Hey creative friends, it's Sierra here. Today I would like to share with you my new book, World Between Stars, the completed version. And I also want to show you a little bit of a behind the scenes in terms of information that you might not have known in a final completed product, which is the book. In my previous video, I have shown you some of the very rough first sketches that is the foundation of this book. And today, to start, I'm just gonna quickly flip through a few things. You might have seen some of them before and some you might have not seen before. They are the very, very basic, simple, rough sketches that I just put down before I photograph them quickly with my phone, put it on my iPad and work on them digitally. So I mainly work on these digitally with the detail and changing things around, moving things around, putting together. That is the main work, but it's always fun to start with something like just hand on paper, hand sketches. So that's how I start with many of my projects. And now I'm gonna show you the book. Yesterday, Joe's from Picky Pain's YouTube channel, she did a wonderful and fun flip-through video of this book, and I would recommend you go and watch that one that Joe does as well. I always had so much fun watching it. Any video that Joe put out, especially flip through a book, she's amazing. And in this one today, I want to show you an earlier version of this book, which have 33 illustrations. So when I put out the last video of sneak peek of the cover, it have 33 illustrations, but in the cover I say 30 because it's weird to put 33, so I wrote it down to 30. And in the last 3 weeks, I was thinking about, maybe I should connect the story better by adding just 2 little illustrations. So I will show you later in this book, which is the new illustrations. And then the final version of this book have 35 illustrations and 18 miniature cards. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna flip through all of them quickly, and I will share a bit of some information on how I created these, a little bit on the process of how I'm working on this particular book. So you can see that in this book, I added on my hand sketches because I thought, why not showing a little bit of the process? Is always fun to be able to share a little bit more of that on any of the creative project. And you already see that these two little, not two, but like 4 little sketches are in my kind of sketchbook. I just photographed them with my phone and put them on here. Some turn out really well after I putting them on and just editing quickly because I don't have a scanner. But some didn't. So some I really wanted, at the beginning I really wanted to put the half fox, half human fox girl like a bit bigger, but I couldn't because of the quality of the photograph. It wasn't like good enough. But anyway, I can't really do much because that how human art is. It's harder to get the sketches tidy and really good. And at the beginning, I put a lot more of my sketches on the book. Then I show my husband, Dean, and he's my editor, and he was like, that is a bit too busy. So I decided to reduce them. So now this is all we have. So I'm just gonna flip through them quickly for you to see all of the illustrations. As you can see, this time I added the title into each illustration. Many of the illustrators and book creators have already done it, so I did not invent any of this. I'm just following the path of, people have laid out. And it's a wonderful way to add into the storytelling as well. And it's make it so much easier to refer to a page or an illustration when I'm doing my color along or when I'm sharing the colorist version of the artwork. And I have so much fun with thinking of a, just short name for all of the illustrations in here. So each one have a name, usually it's very short, like 2 to 4, 5 words maximum. In this book, I also add a little bit more of a kind of Asian-inspired fantasy theme into the book from my Asian influence, my background. That these are like the things that I'm very familiar with growing up, like the images of temple among mountain and among the clouds, or the female creator of the universe. That is actually one of the most fun illustrations that I put time on when I was forming her hair and her face and how the cloud, moving around her face and her eyes are like half open in a meditative kind of state. So I'm just moving quickly with all of the pages to show you what this book have. And in this book, as mentioned before, I created a half human, half fox storyteller that taking us through the book. So many things in here are like through her eyes of seeing different things, and she's traveling through different universe, seeing different creatures, meeting different creatures. And her face every now and then, or her figure every now and then popping up in some of the illustrations. This book was also one of the books that I was thinking out of my kind of like normal comfort zone a little bit of drawing a lot more of a whimsical, like cute creature, like flowers that have like snail house or mushroom that is kind of like a house, mushroom house, that kind of thing. I'm naturally drawn to a little bit more of a fantasy, darker theme. But there's also a big part of me that love whimsical, light stuff. And the darker theme hasn't really come out a lot in my book yet. But every now and then, I insert a few things because that's what I really like drawn to as well. Oh, I actually forgot to point out the 2 illustrations that I added on, but it was the bats, the 2 little bats, and the moon. That page is a new one in the final version. And here we have the zodiac wheel. And I would like to show you how I use the zodiac wheel. This is not a new illustration that I created for this book. I have had this zodiac wheel for a year probably now, and I used to run an art workshop where people color in the zodiac wheel, cut out, and and I have an astrologist that was like hosting it with me, co-host with me. And she was prepare people birth chart, so we all know what is our sun sign, our moon sign. So this is my chart. I'm a Leo. And then my moon sign, Sagittarius. So that is just an example of how I did it, and you can do it however you would like to. I'm sure that you would be, very creative and amazing with everything that you create because it's uniquely yours and it's personal. So this book have a bit of a zodiac at the end of the book. Something fun and different and interactive. I'm always want to create books that is a little more interactive and hands-on, like you have to cut things out, you're doing, create different things and can give out to people. That's what I really love to create. So we're going towards the end part of the book. I have a lot of fun creating all of the miniature cards. I love cute little things, especially when I can give it to friends as well. So in this book, one of the special thing about it is also that I added the duplicates at the very end of the book after this last illustration. You can see that our fox lady is at the journey end illustration where she's having her kind of like original form with the fox spirit behind her. A little bit about me in here, and then we have the duplicates of all the miniature cards, so you can, color more and give out to more friends. And you can always photocopy them and create more anyway. So that is this, like all of the thing I wanted to share about this book. This page sharing with you some of my other projects. Slow Living is really created for beginner, kind of like beginner in coloring people. So if you're into that, then you might want to check that out. And the fantasy one, like this one, is more of like intricate detail illustration. And the back cover, this one I was so happy to work on. I just love this illustration so much. It's one of the most fun illustrations that I created in this book. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching the video. And if you would like a copy, it's available on Amazon. And do check out Joe's video, flip through video as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.